Why do you feel empty after ending your affair, and how to fill the void? So, you ended it, and now everything feels hollow. You feel more alone, more sad, lost. Let's talk about that emptiness and how to fill that void without going back. Hi, I'm Stacey. I'm an affair recovery coach, and I specialize in helping the unfaithful spouse heal from their affair. I have been where you are, and I have walked through it. So I know what it's like to sit in the stillness after an affair ends and wonder who you are without him. Today, let's unpack what the emptiness really is and how to feel full again. But first, before we jump into that, I want to let you know about a new program that I have launched, and it's called Safe Haven Membership, and it's a membership. You pay one monthly fee. You come in, we meet once a week through video. There's a video library in there. There's a community of other women that you can connect with that will help you feel safe and help you feel supported. There's also a signature course in there that will take you through the exact process and all of the steps that I went through to completely end my affair and to completely have my heart healed. It's what I have taught my clients over the last 5 years and had a 98% success rate with them healing, moving forward, rebuilding their marriage, or if they're single, they just move on and find someone else. So check the description box below. Be sure to go on my website, moderndayeeve.com. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know. I hope to see you in there soon. Okay, so affairs often meet deep unmet needs like attention, validation, intimacy, and when they end, the need is still there. Okay, that doesn't go away. But think of it as a Band-Aid. They're just putting a Band-Aid on something that needs stitches. And so the void is actually an invitation. It's a mirror showing you where your soul is starving. Use that emptiness to get curious. What am I really needing? What will help me feel content and fulfilled, not just satisfied in the moment? So the thing is, God doesn't waste our brokenness. He fills the gaps with his presence, his truth, and yes, eventually with how to love ourselves, how to accept love from him, how to accept love from our spouse so that we're not searching outside of ourselves. What I want you to do is some ways that you can begin to fill the void is to practice daily journaling, read your Bible, devotionals, say some affirmations, surround yourself with women who get it and won't shame you. Get coaching or counseling so you don't relapse into patterns of loneliness, because loneliness is really hard. You know, it's the emptiness that you're left with once the affair ends. That's really difficult to try to get through, but it's not impossible. It does feel like they leave a void, but the thing is that void was already there, that hole, that missing piece. And spiritually, that's what God fills. Practically, that's where our emotional wounds live. That's where core wounds live, or core beliefs, however you want to call it. That's where they live, in that emptiness, because there was a need that wasn't filled during childhood that needs to be filled. But the affair partner doesn't have the power to do that. What happens is when we have an unmet need from childhood, it creates a wound. We need true healing. We need to know that I am good, that I am accepted, that I am worthy, I'm not a burden. We need to know these things about ourselves, and that's why it's important to build our foundation on who Christ says that we are, building our identity and who God says that we are. And it's also important to ask ourselves, who do I think that I am? Do I feel like I'm not wanted? And a lot of times women will tell me, yes, I feel like I'm not good enough, but he made me feel good enough. Well, at that point, we need to be able to say, how do I convince myself that I'm good enough so I don't have to look outside into these relationships that are not healthy for me? That's where we want our mind to go, is to say, what can I do to help myself? How can I be strong in my foundation with Christ and in my identity? So I know you feel empty, and it's completely normal. The grieving period is terrible, and it is something that we have to go through. But I want you to know that the emptiness is not the end of you. It can be the beginning of your healing. It can be the beginning of a better future where you feel more content, you feel more fulfilled. Because I know when I worked on healing my attachment style, finding out what my core beliefs were, when I worked on all of that and I went through that program, I came out feeling content and fulfilled, and I didn't need the things that the affair partner offered me anymore. I wasn't searching for those things any longer. I didn't need him to validate me. I didn't need him to tell me that I was good enough or accepted. I already knew that, and I had already started to accept myself and be able to receive from God. So I want you to be encouraged. The emptiness will pass, but don't waste the moment. Use it to find out what the root cause is. Why did I really turn to the affair partner? How can I really heal and grow from this? Don't let shame keep you stuck and cause you to not be able to look at why I really had this affair. All right, guys, I hope that helped you. If you have any questions, let me know. Bye.